It is April 8th, and I am like seated over by some plant area at a shopping center that's got like in West Hollywood. And I am here because I ended up winning a month of classes from this workout company called AKT. So I'm getting ready to go to my first class, and honestly, I'm a little bit nervous, but they have been really accommodating. So when they called to let me know, I said, hey, you know, one of my arms is paralyzed. How is that gonna be? And they recommended 2 instructors who have some familiarity with working with different people who have disabilities. So I signed up for my first class, which is happening in like 20 minutes. And then outside of that, I like didn't know what other classes to sign up for. So they recommended that I come and talk to the instructor, and the instructor can recommend the other classes. So I got like an 8 class pass, and it expires on April 30th. So I have until April 30th to take 8 other classes. And how did I win the class? If you remember, I do remember filming a daily update when I was walking to this wellness summit co-hosted by SoCal Moms, and throughout the whole day they had different like workout and fitness classes available, and I actually don't think I went to any. I went to a lot of like sound baths and meditations, and the only goal I had really set for myself at that event was that I was going to do the cold plunge, which I did. And since then I have been being a little bit more consistent with like a cold shower. Not a cold shower, like at the end, turning the water cold. But I remember right after like the sound bath opening, the AKT class was starting, and I went over and I was like, what is this? And it looked a little bit like Pilates, but I'm not quite sure how to explain it. So I actually just went around to all the places, and I was like, sure, like I'll give you my name and email to win something. And I didn't actually think I would win it. So now that I have won it, I am showing up. And it also makes me think about, I think there's a stat out there, I can't remember the exact number, but the majority of disabled people don't really feel super welcome in fitness spaces because we don't know if like if instructors like know how to navigate working with people who want to participate in fitness classes who have different disabilities. So it also reminds me of how I ended up taking like a yoga class when I was in Tulsa in October 2021. And while I was there, I was like, I just miss this. I miss like doing yoga in my own way. It was like a gentle yoga class. So I ended up asking for some core power classes, and my sister got me a gift certificate. And now it has been 2 years. Has it been 2 years? It has been over a year since I got that gift certificate and have not yet redeemed it. So maybe after this AKT set of classes, I will feel more empowered to want to do the core power classes. Because the other thing is, I look at the names of the classes and I just like don't know what they mean. But yeah, so I am pushing past my discomfort and my fear, and I'm showing up, and I'm glad I asked the questions. And I'm going to try to do my 8 AKT classes this month. It's going to be a little intense because it's already April 8th and this is my first class, and I'm going to be traveling next weekend and the last part of April as well, but we'll see what we can do. The last couple of days they've been okay. I haven't been feeling super great. So Greg and I actually both took COVID tests. They were negative. But I think I'm just like exhausted, and because I have this like pimple on my face, it's like don't feel that great. But I also wonder if the pimple happened because of wearing a mask. I think mask need was a real thing. But Thursday was mostly meetings. It was literally like back to back to back. And then Friday, I actually went to go grab lunch at Google with someone that I had connected with like 10 years ago. And 10 years ago, I was trying to make the transition from the finance industry into the media industry. And it was after I had left Goldman, was originally going to do a fellowship program called Venture for America. That didn't end up working out. So then I thought that period of time was really about reflecting on like what I really wanted to do. But now I think that what we really want to do is going to change over time. And the spoiler is that I did end up transitioning into the media industry. I got a job as a production assistant and then a segment producer at Bloomberg Television. I worked at Revolt Media and TV, which was like a millennial focused hip hop music channel co-founded by P. Diddy. And the person I met up with at Google is still at Google, which is pretty cool. But I just think about like she and I both went to Georgetown, and I was going over the email exchange that we had. She was so generous. She offered to make introductions to different media startups that she knew. She offered to refer me to different roles at Google, and and she didn't even know me other than the fact that we both went to the same university. So I come back and reflect on just how important your network is, and having these different communities. And sometimes people are more likely to take a call if you have some point of connection, like a shared community or an alumni network or something like that. So glad I had that, and I'm gonna head over to my class now.